Hi folks, welcome back. Now every time I get sent one of these screens from Aoocci, I always say, that's the last time I'm going to review one of these because I'm just doing too many of them. But then they improve it. And in fairness, this is the BMW screen. Again, another 7 inches. I have 7 inches already on the BMW. I'm not going to go there because I did that on the last video because I've made so many of these videos. So you can get this in 6 or 7 inches, but the improvement is this. It now comes with dash cams. I honestly think that in the near future, all vehicles on any road are going to be required to wear dash cams, if you like. But what I love about this is that, you know, as motorcyclists, certainly in Ireland, are always in the wrong because that's why the insurance premiums are going through the roof. It doesn't matter who hits you first, the motorcyclist is always in the wrong. So I've always said that when Aoocci bring out this system, the 7-inch system for the BMW just to slot into the cradles with plug and play dash cams, that to me will be the system complete. And here it is in the box. Shall we unwrap it?
Welcome back, and first of all, you'll be forgiven for thinking, well, this looks exactly the same as my previous screen. And that's because it is. Although it is a new screen, it's still the BM7. The only difference is this now has a port on the underneath where you can literally plug and play the dual dash cam system. So before I get into the crux of everything, let's head back to the garage and I'll show you just how easy it is to set all of this up.
And as you can see, there's the extra port compared to the older unit, which is for the plug and play camera adapter. So just before I start sticking cameras on the front and rear of the bike, I'm just going to connect the unit into place and fire it up just to make sure the power to the unit works okay. So a little screenshot there of the formatting of the SD card, formatted successfully. And there you go, it's as simple as that. It is literally plug and play. The only thing I forgot to ask Aoocci to do this time is to put my logo on the home screen, which you can do when you order one of these at checkout. Okay, time to get the cameras fitted. So I'm going to fit the front camera first, and I'm actually going to fit it round about here. But before I do that, I'm going to just wipe the area down with an alcohol swab first. Just like that, just to take all of the grease off the plastic. So I'm using the sticky pad which it comes with. It also comes with a couple of little screws as well, so you can tap into the plastics, but I'm certainly not into that. So I'm just lining it up roughly so the camera is looking straight ahead, not too far out to the wide. And as you can see, I've got it, well, what I think is pretty much looking forward, not too high, not too low either. And don't forget to remove the lens cover at the front. And one last thing to do, just to keep the camera orientation the correct way up, is to locate that red dot just there and twist it until that is vertical. And that will provide you with the correct picture, hopefully. I'm not going to plumb all of the wiring in until I see that everything works. So again, I've chosen the left-hand side of the bike at the rear to mount the camera here. Ideally, I would have loved to have mounted it in there, but that gap just isn't wide enough and there's a bit of a curve, so the flat plate on the camera just won't sit correctly. But being here, it's a little bit hidden again, like I say, being on the left-hand side, and once my panniers are fitted, it'll hide it even more. So the same process as the front camera, just make sure the red dot is upwards for the orientation of the camera. Now before I start rerouting wires, I'm just going to plug everything in and make sure we have a picture front and rear. And here is the home screen booting up now. There we go. And there's the logo there for the camera. So if we press that, and there we go, there's the front camera. And if we go into the rear camera there, I think we can also split screen. Yeah, we can. So you can look at both at the same time. Not sure why you'd want to look at that when you're riding along, but good to check that both cameras are working. And as you saw there as well, as soon as I fired the bike up, it starts recording immediately. You don't have to remember to start and stop recording every time you go out. Okay, let's have a little look at, we'll stop recording I think for the moment. You can override it if you want to go in and check. Oh, we've just captured a photograph. So let's go into playback and see. Yeah, so there you go. It's just playing back the front camera there. As you can see, the little radar is on the front logo there. If we press that, it'll go into the rear and you can play back what has been captured on the rear. Okay, so I'll get those cables tidied away and we'll go out for a little spin and see how well it works when we're on the road.
So just as described, it really is a plug and play system if you already own the sat-nav cradle on your BMW. So I'll get round this bend first of all and we'll go into, the roads are very greasy here, and we'll go into the little camera icon, because as well as it's been a vital improvement, I think, for this system, you can also, if you need to and if you want to, record your rides if you're not serious about your picture quality, because this camera, or both cameras rather, on board this unit are HD. They're not 4K, but then they're not trying to pretend that they're a DJI Osmo Action 6. They are there for a reason, and that's, should you, in the unlikely event of, I sound like I'm reading out instructions on an aeroplane, in the unlikely event of us crashing, like to have some video footage of it, then you can. As I mentioned, as soon as you start your bike up, the cameras start recording front and rear. And just a couple of things to tell you beforehand is, even though the sun is behind me at the moment and glaring, I can still see this screen, no problem at all. There is an auto brightness setting in it if you're riding between night and day. I've just left mine up full. I think they're around 1,000 nits, these screens. You'll have to check that on the website, but there's no problem at all with that direct sun glare as it is at the moment straight on the screen. You can also get this system with the tyre pressure monitoring system. I didn't opt for that because the screen, I don't know if you can see, in the middle of that dial there, it already tells you what the BMW system is monitoring your tyre pressures at. In fact, they're actually bang on there, 36 on the front tyre and 41 on the rear. That'll do me. So let's have a quick look at the camera system. I'll get round this next corner. This is a road full of twisties. Shouldn't really be playing with this full stop when you're riding along, but, and it's, you know, it's not for this reason. So there you go, you can see what's behind me there. If you were riding through town and you wanted to see how close the traffic was behind you, I think this would be a very valuable rear view mirror, which is exactly what that is. And don't forget, this is recording all of the time. And again, you can just tap the screen again and go into the front camera. There you go. Oh, that's the split screen. Again, I would opt not to have any of this information on the screen when you're riding along, just to save any distraction. But it's there if you want it, like I say, when you're riding through traffic. But don't forget, this system is designed really in case, in the event of an accident, and then it'll have it all captured. That's the front camera, obviously, all captured in beautiful high definition. And the cameras look great quality. Be interesting when I get into town, which is just up here. I'm saying town, it's a village, to see if I can read registration plates. So we will do that. The other thing I'd like to add is that there is no lag at all in the screen. It's got a refresh rate of 60 frames per second, which is very high. So one thing I'm going to refrain from doing on this spin is to tell you everything a CarPlay system can do, because I know I've made 6 or 7 videos at this stage about that, and the internet seems flooded with them. So no need to go there. There are literally thousands of videos about this. Incidentally, I love this home screen with the 2 clocks and then your banking angle and your direction in the middle. Obviously, you can choose whichever home screen you want. You can go into the CarPlay system. and have whatever you want up there, but I prefer that when I use it in conjunction with the information I have below the screen. To me, it looks like a complete OEM system, and it was totally designed for this bike. So as you can see, I'm just tailing a car here. It'd be interesting to see if you can read the registration plate on the actual footage back. I'm going to take the card out of the unit now and play it back on the screen. And unfortunately, the camera quality is a long way off broadcast quality, as you can see here, and I'm finding it very difficult to read that registration at this distance. So be sure to make a note of that driver's registration if you're unlucky enough to have an accident. One thing I do like, though, is that I've just noticed this records sound. So if you're going to have an argument with the driver, be sure to have it right in front or at the rear of your motorcycle where the cameras pick up the audio. The other thing to mention is that I very much like it shows the date and the time on the screen in the bottom left-hand corner, just as more proof of what time the accident did happen. And of course, this screen still works flawlessly with your whiz wheel or your wonder wheel, whichever you'd like to call it. So that if you hold the menu button on your left hand side up, you'll see it come here to tell you select it on the top screen, and then as normal you just scroll through your menu pages using your whiz wheel. I actually like that as well. That's got all of the information on that screen. Your tyre pressures, air temperature outside, lean angles, engine temperature, your range left in the tank, battery voltage, and obviously your speed and your revs on the bigger display across the top of all of that. Hope you can see all of that information. I'll just click right again using my whiz wheel. Even more information. It depends whichever layout you want, really. That's purely a tyre pressure page there, if you did want to have a proper good look at it. And you can set alarms as well on this system for when your tyres go either below whatever you set or above. And back to my normal page. And to access the menu on here again, you just press your menu button once for down. I know I'm teaching Granny how to suck eggs here, but it'll save anybody in the comments asking how to select between the two screens. It's really as simple as that. That's what I love about this whole system, you know, as I've always done with the Aoocci systems. They just work. You literally plug them in the cradle, everything works, and well, there's nothing to it. It's a no-brainer.
So there you have it. You get the picture. I'm not going to say that. That's far too obvious. Dad joke. But you know what I mean. So to me, that is the system complete. And as simple as plug and play. It really is plug and play. And forward and rear facing dash cams. And never let it be said that I don't give you something back in return for your support onto this channel. By the way, if you're not a subscriber, you might think about becoming one, because you'll always save a few quid if you follow me. And on that note, you can save 22% off the price of one of these. If you go on to Aoocci.com, type in this discount code, WheelieGoodTV, save yourself 22%. What an absolute bargain. Okay, have a great week, everybody. Ride safe. You certainly will if you have one of these fitted. And I'll be back on YouTube next Saturday. That's me for WheelieGoodTV. I really like that one. I think that's even better than It's a Wrap, or what's the other one I did? Over and Out. That's me for WheelieGoodTV. Oh, I'm keeping that. All right. See you next Saturday, 8 AM.